Hello, dear Aries. How are you? Welcome. I hope you are doing very, very well. Let's see what your energies are like right now so you can use them to your advantage and see a situation from a new point of view. As you know, this reading is general. Take what resonates with you, and it applies to all those who have their sun, ascendant, moon, or Venus in the sign of Aries. You can supplement this with readings for your other signs to have a much more personalized horoscope. Let's channel a message for you. Let's see, Aries. Aries, this starts with the Five of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Magician, there's an evolution here, and the Four of Swords. All right, Aries, many times I feel like we have to go through certain challenges in order to enter new stages, right? That's kind of what this situation is indicating. Thank you. I feel this is very related. Pay attention to a very strong beginning in what has to do with your financial and material life. It's like entering a new phase, there might be a new understanding, right? About how to manage your economic reality, how to also manifest abundance or economic growth. You have a really strong power of manifestation here, right? And I feel like I see an Aries who has a great idea there. It could be that it's a great project. The energy, honestly, is in your favor. I feel like you have everything within your reach. You just have to make the decision to start it. Why has this beginning appeared? Because you are coming here from a situation that in some cases could be, sometimes it could be related to, or there might have been some financial problem, or you have had to face a situation where this issue of insecurity at the economic level might have shown up, right? The lack of stability. I feel that here there is an Aries that, despite having gone through this situation, this has been the driving force. This has been the push to move on to a new stage, right? That is, well, what can I do? How can I figure out what those ideas are? What is that project I have in mind? What resources do I have at this moment? What are my internal tools? What knowledge do I have? And start applying all of this in a plan or a strategy. Be patient with the process because there is a lot here. I feel this as something very fresh, something very new, something that has to grow, something that has to germinate, something that has to develop over time. I mean, you have to give it a considerable amount of time. I mean, months to be able to see a result there. That's what this energy of the Four of Swords is telling us a little bit. It's just that in this situation, don't rush to make decisions. Don't rush to get results overnight. Instead, this is more about natural processes of manifestation. Give it time, trust the process, be patient, meditate on every step you're going to take, analyze it in depth, because I feel that's what's going to lead you to the right path. Okay? So there's a financial situation that can really be reversed, and it could happen at any moment. I mean, you already have the possibility to start a new financial reality now. This can also carry over into your personal life. On a personal level, it's also closely linked to starting a new stage of security, self-worth, and self-esteem, right? Connecting with your inner power, with your strength, so you can reverse this situation that maybe may have been carrying over from the past, right? Which is linked to the issue of vulnerability. Don't look for external support, but start building this support internally. Let's see where this reading goes, how it continues, okay? Many times this also has to do with, it can have to do with facing some kind of personal wound, right? Like, let's turn this around, let's heal this. What do I need to be aware of? Aries, overall energy available to you. You have here the Knight of Wands, Temperance, and the Ace of Cups. And here we have the King of Cups. All right. There is an emotional issue here that is reflecting some kind of understanding. It's like comprehension, a realization, like having reached a conclusion, right? And in case you are getting to know someone, it's like the penny drops, right? Donde the feeling that's emerging, what attracts you to this person, what stirs you deep inside. But I see here a very healing connection, a bond where there is a potential for a balance and equilibrium that's really quite significant. I feel that this is a relationship that, with this King of Cups, evolves into a stable relationship. Okay? What we have here is emotional maturity. If you are already in a relationship, there could be a situation here that has to do with pacts, with agreements, with reaching a middle ground with the other person. Reconciliations or clarifying goals or the relationship's destiny. The relationship heals. The relationship recovers. The relationship starts to find a new balance. And I feel that this healing is going to be much faster than expected. Many of you may be entering a new chapter in your connection or in your romantic relationship. If this has to do with a reconciliation, well, no. This is responding to new ways of managing emotions, new ways of gaining emotional wisdom as well, right? Also, cultivating patience with the other person. Okay. Notice that there is a really great potential for new beginnings in your chart. Let's focus on our strongest areas. And let's see how the arcana combine. And the topic of healing is very important if you have gone through any health issues. Aries, I feel that the solution is coming. The body, the mind, and the emotions heal. The energy returns to balance, right? That power is regained. You have here the Four of Cups. We have the High Priestess, the Tower, and the Sun. This tells us a lot about an internal process, especially on an emotional level, that is being experienced. And it has to do precisely with something that has been shaken or is being shaken deep down, not in your life, but within yourself. Many issues that have to do with things that have been kept inside, things that perhaps have not been recognized. Very private matters, very intimate topics, secrets as well. This could be, but more than anything. And what is it that has been kept inside, that hasn't been shown, that hasn't been acknowledged? But you have the Sun here, and there's a great revelation. It's like there's a situation that this exposes, where what was kept inside is expressed, what was kept inside is exposed. It comes to light so it can be recognized. If the Tower is active here, it's because there's something inside you that needed to change, that shouldn't continue in the same way. So these are situations that sometimes put us to the test to recognize what needs to change, to leave behind certain attitudes, certain beliefs, perspectives, approaches, and dare to go through this internal transformation. Perhaps it's a moment where what hasn't been said has been expressed, where everything that has been held inside, you may be looking for a way to release it. This sometimes feels like pressure, often internal. Many things may be coming to light these days, things that come to light that at first, it's true, can sometimes cause doubt and uncertainty. But give yourself permission to process the information, to observe it also from a higher perspective, see what the situation wants to show you, what it wants to say, and then make a decision. Okay? Hello. I feel like it's going to be a few days where you will be healing from what we see here. You are going to be healing something very deep. You might even be starting some new therapy, maybe on an energetic level, new ways to connect with your body, new ways to connect spiritually, right? But there is something on a personal level, on a deep level, that comes to an end, that finishes healing. Okay, this is like, for example, this pattern had to be left behind, or something that wasn't good for you had to be released, something that was also hard to recognize. It had to be expressed, not just recognized. So I feel like these are days when not only is something deeply healed on a personal level, but it's also understood. Seurialeba. The potential for creating new beginnings is understood, especially in the areas of finances, security, and values. It's going to be very, very intense. Mm. Let's take a look at Aries. What do we have in the oracle? Egyptian with your advice or message. Let's take this one. You are still here. The Arcanum 36. This is the initiation. This is a moment where you are about to start a new cycle. It's an energy of new beginnings, of new stages. But like in every initiation, before you move on to a new chapter in your life, there are tests. There are tests that life, that destiny puts in front of us, and it puts our senses to the test, right? Our instinct, our sense of survival, if we can overcome these tests and these challenges, right? Because it's those tests that give us strength, and they prepare us to be able to start this new stage. That's why they're initiatory trials. You are being supported and you are being guided by a higher power that is accompanying you. Okay, notice that we have Mars there, and over here we have card number 9, which is the Hermit. And this also speaks to us about that strength, willpower, and courage to be able to face things. Power, depth, to be able to face what has been hidden. Question it, understand it, accept it, right? And gain wisdom from all of this. Dear Aries, this is what we've seen. Have a beautiful day, everyone, and see you here next time.